Greg, where were you at in your fitness journey when you started with us?
So I came in, I weighed about 290 pounds. Biggest thing was I was an double X going into a triple X shirt wise. And I was about a 44, 45 inch waist. Couldn't walk a flight of stairs without being completely winded and having to take a break. So just probably, well, honestly, the worst shape of my life.
How were you struggling immediately before you found us? What were like the biggest challenges then?
Just not caring about myself was the biggest challenge. I didn't really look at what I was eating at all. If I wanted a pizza or I wanted a steak or whatever, I just ate it, or a piece of chocolate cake, and there were no consequences to that.
Yeah. How did that struggle make you feel?
Worthless. Like I just wasn't, I knew there was somebody better inside, but I just couldn't reach him.
What was the problem with that? What was keeping you from changing that?
Just being lazy, to be honest. It wasn't, I knew that I had it in me, but just didn't want to put the effort into it at all.
So when you met with us, what did we do or say that made you want to join?
I was immediately impressed just by how detailed and small the service was, in the sense of, like, I knew that if I came in and worked out with a trainer, I was going to be that priority. There wasn't going to be a whole bunch of people around me that were going to be pulling from the trainer as we were working out. I knew that I would be that focus.
Did you feel like we understood like the struggles that you were dealing with?
Definitely. Jonathan, who's my trainer, spoke to me about, his struggles and what he went through. So I felt like I knew, or I felt like he knew where I was coming from at that point.
Awesome, cool. So what changed over the last 3 months?
My focus is completely different now. I enjoy working out tremendously. I do running. Thanks to my trainer, he keeps pushing me a lot harder, pushing for my race time to go up, and so I feel really good about that. Also, eating wise, I meal prep now, which is a huge influencer in my life, because I'm a person who, when I'm hungry, I want to eat now, and in those moments before, I would make bad choices, and now I have a meal already ready and I can just go ahead and eat. So, and those are all suggestions from you all.
Was there anything that surprised you about working with us?
I think the level of commitment that I see with you all, even during these difficult times, there was still this reaching out. How are you doing? I didn't feel alone in this quarantine. There was always somebody reaching out to see how I was doing, making sure that I was pulling through and making my goals.
That's awesome, man. Where would you say you are today?
In the best shape of my life in the past 15 years. I ran a 5K on Saturday, which was the first 5K I've run in 13 years. And then, it's nothing for me to go out and pound out a mile or 2 miles and not feel winded afterwards. So yeah, I feel the best I have in a long time.
That's awesome, man. Now that Pathway Training has helped you succeed, what's your life look like?
Not much different than it does today. In the sense of like what I'm doing to get there. I definitely will stay on this track and stay focused, but I see myself much healthier. One of the reasons I came in was I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic back in February, and so I want to get that off my list. I'm a nurse, so me teaching patients about a healthier lifestyle means a lot more when you're leading a healthier lifestyle.
What have others said about the things that you're doing for yourself?
So I have one friend in particular that since I've been working out has joined me, and I walk with him. He's not at a running stage just yet, but definitely we walk 4.5 to 5 miles, probably 5 times a week. So keeping him in check, or keeping him motivated. And then also my brother, because of me using MyFitnessPal, has also started using MyFitnessPal.
Nice.
And actually, I've bought both of them the MyZone belt, so they can track their fitness that way as well.
That's awesome, Greg. We appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.